Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Immigration Journeys platform. It's a immigration law firm operating system. All right, so what we have here are 15 unique dashboards for every member of your firm, right? We have a dashboard for billing specialists, managing attorneys, intake specialists, solo practitioners. We even have a dashboard here for the CFO, and so on and so forth. So today I'm going to take you through the client's journey through the platform. So we'll schedule a consultation. We'll work on the case. We'll do all that good stuff and finish up a case here for the demo. So let's just assume, right? We're on the receptionist dashboard here. This is what the receptionist dashboard looks like. Um, Let's just pretend that somebody has walked into the office or has called and wants to schedule a consultation. So the first thing that you want to do is, this dashboard is pretty simple. Just go here to schedule a call. You can search somebody that's already had a call before, or you can just add a new caller, right? So for this test run, we'll just do a super basic name, right? Timmy Jones or something. Get Timmy's name in here. Get his mock phone number. All right, we'll get a fake email at email.com. All right, and we'll select what type of case he's interested. And for this demo, we'll do a family-based green card. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We'll click continue. Here is where you'll select which attorney they want to schedule with. So of course this is just my mock firm here. We'll just do it with Sarah Chin there. Here is where you'll select the date and time. So today is Wednesday, May 20th. Right, we can do Thursday, we can do Friday, we can do Monday. Let's just do Monday at 1 o'clock. Here you can select the length of the duration of the consultation. So we'll just do an hour for now. You can choose video, phone, or in the office, right? So we'll just do in office for the sake of this demo, and we will schedule the consultation. The consultation will give you the platform will give you a confirmation that this consultation has been scheduled. All right, so you'll just select OK, and that is it, right? You're done. Also, I understand that sometimes consultations aren't with individuals, right? Sometimes they're with employers. So if you are talking to an employer, we do have that capability. Here at the top where it says individual, you can pivot over to company, right? So we'll just let's do OpenAI. Contact person can be Mike or something. Mike would do Mike. Email here. Put a random phone number here, and we can select what type of employment based petition he wants to inquire about, right? And then we'll select continue. We'll do Sarah again. Let's do Friday this time, 12:30, by phone, 30 minutes, schedule consultation. And of course, they do get a confirmation to their email as well, right? So that is how you handle a consultation. Pretty straightforward. You do have your recent activity, so team members can view their recent activity for the past 7 days. All right, so that is how you schedule a consultation. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And so now we are going to the attorney's dashboard, right? And so the attorney's dashboard looks a little different, right? And you can also customize this dashboard if you want. So if you go here to customize dashboard, you can see here at the top left, you have an upcoming consultation tile. You can see we just scheduled these consultations, right? So OpenAI, and I think we did Timmy Jones. However, if you don't like this layout, you can click and drag. You can shift around. We have pending case if you want your pending cases to be towards the top. I personally think you kind of want this at the top left, so we'll just save layout. You can also add additional tiles if you want to, and I'm working right now to adding more tiles. But for now, let's just assume we have this consultation, right? And we're ready to move forward. So you can expand this, right? And let's just pretend, it's Monday, May 25th, and we're going to do Timmy Jones's consultation. So you can just click on that, give it a second, and you have this comprehensive consultation page, right? So let's just pretend that Timmy is either here at the office and you want to take notes. So Timmy would like to file green card, marriage-based green card, uh, married since 2023. As you can see over here to the right, the notes auto save, right? So you don't have to worry about losing your notes ever again, right? You can also, it's not wired up just yet, but you can have suggested questions, right? So here the tool securely reaches into ChatGPT or Anthropic or any of the large language models. And once you have a lot of notes going, right, it will help you out and perhaps help you ask some follow-ups. Also, if you don't like to take notes and you just want to record yourself, you can do that as well. So you can just click on start recording, allow this time, and as you can see, it is transcribing my video or it's transcribing my voice. So you can talk to the individual. Okay, tell me about your past. How many kids do you have? How long have y'all been married? Where did you meet, et cetera, et cetera. Right? Once you're done, they could be, the client can be in person or they can be on the phone, but it's basically just transcribing you and recording, and then you can stop the recording. You can save this transcription to your notes, right? And so your notes will be saved there forever. If the client's not ready to proceed, right, you really don't have to do anything. You can just back out. So you can go back to your main dashboard. If you're an attorney, go back to your dashboard, right? If they do come back, they will be here in your leads, right? So they will be here in your leads, and you can just find the tile here, click on it, and then all your notes. But what's really cool about this platform is that if they are ready to move forward, over here to the top right, you can click retain client and the tool will auto generate a retainer for you. So we'll just click here, right? And so let's say they're ready to move forward with an adjustment of status. We have 200 journeys in here that you can choose from, right? So we have parent green card with 601 waiver. We have a bunch of journeys which are technically matters, right? But I like to call them journeys, right? So you can do an O1, you can do an AOS. And as you can see, the search function is very forgiving. You don't have to capitalize, you don't have to hyphenate, right? For this example, we're going to do a conditional marriage-based green card. We're just going to charge them for that. That's the matter that we're choosing. So we'll click on that. Cool. So now we choose the fees, right? We're going to charge this client $5, right? Uh, this should generate the correct filing fees. It's connected to the deep search. Uh, Invoice filing fees. You can choose to invoice fees now or later. Typically you kind of do this at the end, or it's up to the client. You can choose, right? You have that option. You can also choose a payment plan. So if you want, full payment up front, two payments, three payments, six payments, right? We'll just do three for now. Next, you select the this person's role, right? So sometimes when they call the office or when they schedule a consultation, it could be the beneficiary or it could be the petitioner, right? So here you can select the individual's role. So let's just say Timmy is the beneficiary, and Timmy's the beneficiary, and the petitioner is Mary Jones or something, right? Jones at email.com. Spouse representation scope. You can do petitioner, beneficiary, or both. You can choose who you want this to be billed to. Uh, Kickoff work, you can wait until the contract gets signed for the case opening email to be triggered. You can wait for the payment, or you can start now. For demo purposes, we'll select now, right? So we can show you what actually happens, okay? So we'll click retain client. And so this will generate a retainer automatically for you, right? And trigger the invoice, right? So this is just a mock. This is the mock firm that I created. And so if you'll be prompted to enter your firm's name in the settings down here at the bottom left, and whatever you put there, whatever address you put there, will populate here on the retainer. You could also upload your own retainer here. But more on that later. You can do this, get this away if you wanted to. All of this also auto saves. So, if you need to remove an item that you don't want, you can do that. But as you can see, the contract breaks everything down. All right, these are all the forms that we're helping you with. If for whatever reason, nowadays the I-131 is kind of expensive, you can remove that. What do the services include? If your services include the interview, you can put that there. If you don't want that, you can remove that. Attorney fees, filing fees, typical contract here, right? Also, it automatically assigns that attorney there. However, if you obviously need to assign a paralegal here. So for demo purposes, we'll select Michael and then assign. And so this basically protects you from the case falling through the cracks, right? Cases fall through the cracks all the time. There's miscommunication, everyone's busy. Some folks are remote, right? So as the attorney, after you do the consultation, you retain them. There's basically, it's impossible for you to not assign one, right? You need to do this. You need to get this done. Also, also here the application, the retainer auto saves, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. Also, if you accidentally click on the matter or you clicked on the incorrect one, you can back up. You can also email to client here. So you'll click and it opens this email for you, pre-drafted email, letting the client knows like, hey, we have the retainer. Here it goes. Please proceed at your own, when you have time. So you can just go here, click back if you want to email to client, print. You can print as well. You can click print. That appears right there. Let's go back. All right, you can download all that good stuff. So for now, we'll just press done. All right, and so let's talk about the actual client dashboard. But first, my one of my personal favorite features are the themes that we have to offer. Right, so I personally hate regular white mode, but if you like light mode, you can choose that. All right, uh, you can choose light mode. You can choose gray mode here if you want. You can also, if you're claustrophobic, kind of like me, you can collapse the sidebar and even collapse this one. And so we'll talk about what all populates here in this page. So at the top, you have your actions required. Of course, we need the documents, incomplete questionnaire, and welcome email not sent. We'll talk about the welcome email here in a little bit. You can add notes here. Please send intake ASAP. Save this to your team's dashboard, right? You can they're able to see that. You can also make it private, make it to the team. Is it a question? See which you can just which port of entry. You can save that there, right? You get color coordinations. You also get the activity history as well. So kickoff started immediately. Uh, and so that's a really cool feature there. Right, you can these are collapsible as well. So if you need to collapse it, you can collapse this other one, right? And next, you will have the documents required for that particular case type, right? So you can expand and also they're organized, so your identity documents will be there, right? So of course, for an AOS, you need proof of U.S. citizenship, I-94, all that good information. And also, when you do upload your documents, you can upload them here, right? And it will organize them for you. All right, so we'll drop this. All right, you have your civil record, so birth certificate, affidavit of support documents, all that good stuff. So I'll upload some documents here in a little bit. Also, the forms for that particular case auto populate to the client's profile, right? So of course G28, I-130, all that good stuff. Questionnaires, we'll send that out in a minute. Filing readiness, we have case progress. Clients like to know what's going on. Talk about that. If you have a large family, right? If this individual, let's say you're doing an employment-based petition and they have a wife and kids, you can add family members here, right? So you'll select the relationship, add them. You can get started on that, on those adjustments. Of course, you have your contract here. Your contract always gets saved to your client's profile. You can view this, you can download it, keep it, so you'll never have to worry about losing a contract again. Also, your invoices appear here on your client's profile. So you can click here. I think we charged him the large sum of $5, and so that is his payment plan. All right, first invoice, second invoice, third invoice. All right, here are the team members assigned to the case. We have Michael and Sarah. You can, of course, remove. You can assign additional team members. And then down here, if they ever need a joint sponsor, right, you can click Add Joint Sponsor, add this information, and they will get a client portal. All right, and so the client portals we haven't even talked about. We'll talk about those here in a little bit. And last, you have the consultation history. So all your consultation notes are saved here at the very end. Cool stuff. So that is the client's dashboard. We'll expand this here in a little bit. We'll expand this other one because now we'll go to Michael's dashboard, right? Because it's ready. It's time to kickstart the case. So we'll go to dashboard, right? I'm still on the attorney's dashboard. We've had that consultation. Let's see what Michael's page looks like. So here at the top left, so I was a paralegal for quite some time. So I built this platform basically from a paralegal standpoint, right? Not an attorney standpoint, from a paralegal standpoint. And these are basically the three most common action items that I completed, right? I sent case opening emails, followed up on documents. So any case here are basically clients that have gone missing or are working on additional documents, right? If they've spent a month or whatever giving you this document, no activity in 200 days. You see that right there. You can easily click a button here, remind, send follow up. The AI analyzes their document checklist. It lets them know, okay, we are here, or we actually need to delete a certain one or save the draft. You can send that email. And so you don't have to worry about constantly looking at the document checklist to see what's missing. So as you can see here on the case opening emails, I'll click that, open that here. Remember, we just contracted Mary Jones and Timmy Jones. They are ready to move forward. What this tool does, it auto drafts a case opening email for you. All right, so no more drafting manual case opening emails. So all you have to do is click draft, and once you do this, the individual's email will populate. It will have a generic, welcome to your firm, welcome to your firm. Your firm's name will be here. It will provide, let's see, it will provide the next steps, provide them with their questionnaire, provide them with their checklist, documents needed for their case type, and access to their portal. The portal is very important, right? We'll talk about that here in a minute, right? And so you can just press send, right? And we're done, right? So case opening email is sent. Let's actually look, let's pull this case up again so we can talk about their dashboard. All right, so we are here. Here's the client's dashboard. Let's view whenever you send that case opening email, they get their client dashboard. Let's actually view what the client dashboard looks like. Right. So as you can see, this is what they will see. Right. So you have their marriage-based questionnaire. They can open the questionnaire here. Right. They fill this out on, on their own time. All right, so we have petitioners information, we have additional petitioner information, we have beneficiaries information. Just, you can go in here. This also auto saves as well. So if you type in your passport, it should auto save here. So here at the top right, it has auto save. You can also back up. They will have all of their document checklist here. All right, so here are the documents required. They can bulk upload here, upload all their documents. Also, another feature that I'm very excited about is in-system messaging, right? So they can actually, this eliminates the email, in my opinion. So they can t message you directly here. So they have within their client portal, they have a messaging system. So they can click here, right? Send you a message. Hi, Mr. Joe. Hey, Mr. Michael. Docs received. We'll work on this. All right. Of course, it has the basic information down here. So we'll just send the message. All right, and then let's go back to the dashboard. Anything else? They have their invoice. The invoice is here. One thing I do need to add is the retainer, right? The retainer, so they can have access to this. Yeah, would probably be helpful. All right, and so that is the client's portal. Employers also have their own portal, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But as you can see here at the top right, we just got a new portal message, right? You can also access your messages down here to the left. All right, Timmy Jones, here's at the top, right? And here's something really cool. So, hey, Mr. Michael, docs received. We'll work on this. Paralegals, attorneys, they're very busy. You can redraft with AI, respond with AI. All right, and then you has this draft AI drafted response. You click send, and you can go about your day. All righty, so we have yeah, that's ready. Also, whenever you have a case that's actually made progress and they're ready to move forward, right, and the packet is ready to be assembled, forms are ready to be finalized, you can click on this tile here. So for this demo, let me see. There is a client that I do want to show that I have completed the questionnaire. Her name is Lucia. All right, so this is Lucia's profile. This is an adjustment, right? She's completed her questionnaire, so you can actually view her responses. All right, so here's Lucia's questionnaire. Go back. Let's have some fun a little bit. We have a DJ mode, my personal favorite. Also, pink neon for those of you pink lovers. And so so we saw their questionnaires. Let's get some documents uploaded, right? So this individual, they can upload documents on their own, or they can bring them to the office. We'll collapse this. And so let's go ahead and upload the documents. I do want to talk about this a little bit, this page, because I have spent a lot of time on this. If you want to preview a document, all you have to do is just hover over it. So watch this. Hover over it, and then it gives you this. Oh, I accidentally scrolled. If you just hover over it, right, you can see what the document is. If you actually want to view it though, and perhaps rotate it or download it, you will have to click on it, right? And then oftentimes, right? The passport is inverted or the passport is upside down. You can easily just click that, right? You can download, you can share anonymously, you can provide, version history. You can also share links, so you can create a link, share it with somebody. You can add details here, you can add comments, you can add, page notes, or you can just delete the document in its entirety. So that is the document section. So we'll go ahead and just get these documents uploaded. We'll just go here, click documents. I'm gonna see. All right, so show all. Let's see if I can get these documents in here. All right. All right, so I've uploaded some mock documents, some statements. We'll click upload. That gets uploaded very fast. We'll get done. And so the tool organizes it for you. I'm hovering over it. So let's talk about their passport. All right, this is a fake passport, of course. Beneficiary's passport, their visa stamp. I'm just hovering over the matters, over the documents. Of course, you can delete, you can organize, all that good stuff. Also, if you don't like this view, that can't, it can be claustrophobic. Let's go back to my personal favorite theme is blue. So if you want sort of to view the documents in your own space, you can use this document tab over here to the left, and you have just a normal view here. So you can click on browse at the top right. Where is Lucia? Right. So you click on Lucia, and you kind of view the documents over here. Right. You can click on view, approve them. All right. Looks good. Go back, view the next one, approve. Looks good, and then you start approving your documents. So let's go back and keep working on that case. Work on the forms. So we have the questionnaire, we have the documents. Let's get started on the forms. So once you have that those questionnaires and the forms ready, the documents ready, you can generate the forms. So what you'll do here is you'll generate the forms by clicking this button, right? And as you can see, the forms are populating. Very simple. They turn green. If you need to make edits, if you need to make changes, you can click on view, right? And here is our form filling system. You can zoom in, right? Yeah, it auto populates this information, gets the applicant information in there, right? You're able to make changes. This also auto saves. As you can see here at the top right, it will be auto saving. And then you can make changes as you go. You can download, you can print, go back here. Let's look at the 485. All right, get a better view here. All right, so these forms are fully mapped. All this information was on their questionnaire. Physical address, nothing is missing. We have all of the dates, social security number, yes, spouse, all that good stuff. Nothing is missing. How many children did they have? All of these questions are answered correctly. And so we are done. Of course, you can zoom in up to, let's see, 300, 300% zoom. And of course, again, all of this stuff auto saves. All right. So now let's say you are ready for signatures, right? The signatures are the next step. What this tool does, it one-shots the signatures to the client. So you can send signature pages to client right here at the bottom. We'll click it, right? And then the tool will extract all the necessary signature pages from the system and get them ready for you to review, right? So it has pulled the G28, it has pulled the what is this? The I-130, I-130A, the 485, and so on. If there's an accident, if sometimes the tool just didn't do a good job in pulling a document, you can delete that here. All right, so compose email to client. Oh, it's going a little. Click here, attach PDF to client, and then you can send it. All right. And so let's say they are ready, we are ready to proceed with the cover letter. So all you have to do is press this cover letter button here, and the tool will draft the cover letter based on the documents that you uploaded, and it will name them accordingly. So we'll click cover letter here. We'll give it a second, and the tool will get that cover letter going for you. Oh, happening. All right. So here's the cover letter, right? A pre-drafted cover letter. Again, here, if this will change based on your firm's name. The filing address, you can verify the filing address within the platform. So let's like zoom in a little bit so you all can see, right? So this, of course, you'll click verify address. It's not plugged in yet because I need to lock in my Anthropic API keys here. But basically what this does is the tool will verify that this is the correct filing address for you. Right? It has your client's name. If there's an accident, you can of course delete all of this stuff, auto save it again. Okay. And also you can, it drafts the introduction for you, has your forms, right? You can, if you're a firm that you like to have your bona fide evidence first, you can click and drag that and move it to the top. Right? You can click here, right here. You can move within, upload this, shift it around, right? And then so your cover letter is done in a matter of seconds. So we'll just try to click save. Looks like there's a little error there. No, shouldn't be that hard to fix. We'll go back here and let's say we are ready, right? We're ready to proceed. You can preview the combined packet. So if you press this button here, you can see your combined application, right? So we have our forms, we have our cover letter, and then we have our evidence. So we'll just go here all the way down, tons of annoying forms on the adjustment, right? And so here's our evidence with exhibits. All right. And so once you're ready, you can send this to the attorney for review. So you can click this button here, send to the attorney. And as you can see, it sent it to Sarah, and it has today's date. So let's see what Sarah's view is. All right, so we'll just click on this. All right, let's go to Sarah's dashboard. All right, and then at the top you can see that that she has a case for review. So what she can do here is she can click on this, right? And then she can start reviewing the application, right? And so if she sees some changes, she can go here where it says request changes. Please edit cover letter, wrong date or something. All right, edit date. What you can do here, now this is very important, you can choose whether it's a cover letter form or the evidence. So we'll do cover letter, required. Right, let's add another item. Let's do something on the forms. So G28, we'll click on that. Which form has an issue? G28, required. All right, let's do another item. So we'll do, let's say, yeah, let's just do that. All right, and so we'll send feedback. All right, so feedback has been sent to Michael. So it says here requested changes. So now let's go back to Michael's dashboard. And it basically is letting us know that, hey, we need to review this feedback. So we'll click on the feedback, and here's where it gets cool, right? As you can see, the attorney has requested edit on the cover letter. We'll click here. The tool automatically just knows, right? And so you can, whatever change you need to make here, you can edit it, delete it, fix it. Um, right? So we'll just do that. And then you click this check mark confirming that you've done it, right? And then if we need to do the G28, you can just click on this G28 button here, right? And it takes you right to the G28, right? We need to, I don't know, add a fax number, right? And okay, so that's saved. We need to figure out why the cover letter isn't saving, but that shouldn't be that bad. All right, and so we'll just click save. You can resubmit for review, or if you all, if you and the team just have, you guys a bunch of years working together, right? There's no point of sending it back. We'll skip review and file, right? And then so you can choose if you are e-filing it or mail, hand delivery, right? So we'll do that. You can type in your FedEx number here, save it as mark it as saved, right? And then you can upload. What it does, it automatically uploads your PDF, and then you can upload it here, right? So you go to your downloads. It may take a second, um, but then you upload the documents here. Upload your final scan here, right? And then so the case has been filed, right? So now we go back to Michael's dashboard, and he appears. This individual appears here on under his pending cases. And so also what's cool about this platform is we do have AI mail processing. So let's just assume that the receipt notice has made it back. So we'll go here. Let's see if we have a mock receipt notice. We should somewhere. Give me 1 second. Okay, right here. All right. So let's say a month has gone by, and we have received this receipt notice. So the system is processing it. We'll give it a second. You can actually view it here, right? It's just a fake, uh, obviously a mock receipt notice. You can review it here. And then, right, so it's processing. You can view the document. So let's see if technically it's supposed to go straight to Lucia's account dashboard. So let's see if it actually worked. So we'll go here. Yep, so that's something I need to work on. Looks like it's not there, but it will be there here soon. All right, and so let's see, is there anything else? Oh, also for your employers, if you have employers, right? If you're an employment-based firm, I know this was a family-based demo, but if you have an employer, right? They have their own dashboards as well, right? So OpenAI that we created, you click on there, right? This is their employer dashboard. These are all the sponsored employees that you've had in the, in their history. So if you need to, if they call you and you have a long-standing relationship with this business, and you just need to add an additional employee, you can just go here, and then add that individual. Also, let's go back over here. The employer intake. So this is where all the information is housed, right? So if a typical employee information, right, we have employee count, NAICS code, the year it was established, is this corporation, the IEN number, all that good information, primary contact, right? So all that information stays here, all of their documents, tax returns, you know letters, all that good information. So employers also have their own their own portal and dashboard, right? So this is what they see on their end. So once you have that direct point of contact, once you have that individual, you can share this link with them, and they will have access to this dashboard, and they can request to sponsor a new employee if they wish through their dashboard. If there's documents missing, right? We need some financial statements. We need your license. They can upload them here, and they will appear in their dashboard. Also, we have a basic form filler tool. So if you just need to file a quick form, right? I-131, 765, 45, your clients appear here. You can search with them and Timmy Jones and you can actually work on the form here. Let's see, anything else? Consultation. So right now we currently support I think let's see, how do we do this? Okay, 200 journeys. So we have, a marriage-based green card, TCP 601, uh, child-based, sibling-based, standalone, immediate relative. We have diversity visa. We have employment-based. We have, EB1A, AOS, EB1 derivatives, and so on and so forth. We do support task as well. So if you need to give somebody a task, the documents we've already spoke about. We do have reporting as well. So as these petitions start coming in, you can easily see, how many cases you have, and so on and so forth. Uh, we also have USCIS alerts. So as notices come in, as news come in, you're able to just click on this button and see all the latest uh, updates. Also, you can manage your team subscription here. So sorry, we'll go team here. If you need to add somebody or remove somebody, you can easily do that within the platform. Easy peasy. So that's actually, let's go to the actual one at the attorney. Let's go to Sarah. Here we go. So Sarah is able to see the actual subscription, right? So they're under an enterprise plan. So a single user, $50 a month. Five users, 150 bucks a month. 15 users, 300 bucks a month. You can cancel your subscription here within the platform. You can see your team here. Also, your organization. This is where you'll enter your name, phone number, your address, all that's important information. Also, we have a comprehensive help center. So if you have a question about a certain article or a certain feature, you can search here. You can also search here at the top, how to upload a document, how to upload a document, right? And then you'll have upload documents to client's profile article, and you can click on that there. You can search within it here. Also, let's go back to Lucia. Let's go back to Lucia. Okay, so for example, on the forums, if you have any questions, you also have this help button here that also leads you to the help center, right? So we'll click here, gives you basic information, right? Like, say, opening a agent, all that good stuff. Forms. So we'll just go back to the center. We have first day in immigration journey. It explains to you what a dashboard is, what leads are, clients are, my cases, so on and so forth. Uh, the settings, we talked about that. And that is it. That is a quick rundown. Perhaps next time we'll do a full demo on an employment based petition. Right now, the tool can one shot. Let's click on here. The tool can one shot I-751 and DACA renewal. Uh, Lucia, an adjustment, of course. And as you can see, remember, we just uploaded all those documents, right? We uploaded all those documents. The tool automatically put this client to the ready to file soon petition. So you don't really have to think, right? The tool just kind of does it for you. Oh, and of course, for like the billing team, right? They do have a dashboard here as well. so they can view all. And Timmy Jones is that last individual that we helped, that we recently contracted. So we should be able to find them here. And see, where's Timmy? I do need to perhaps do a better job here. Mary Jones, here we go. Click on here, and then you see, oh yeah, it takes you back to the client's dashboard. Some polishing up that needs to be done here. The CFO, they can see, let's go back to the CFO's dashboard. They can see revenue trends, if there's any outstanding invoices or anything like that. All right, everyone. So that's all I have for today. I hope you all, I know this was a lot of information. We're working on some other really cool features, right? I actually envision us one day, clicking this button, right? And just say like, what consultations do I have today? Or which documents are outstanding? Or what do I need to do today? Please email this. That's for the future. Right now, this is kind of what we have. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.